Can you hear me? Let me know down below if you can hear me, because then we got 50% of this Sunday night show going. But first of all, I want to know, how are you lovely, lovely, sexy looking people doing tonight or today? Sunday night. Well, did you miss me? We missed all of you. Crypto Charlie is here. Good to see you. Kitty is here. Blockchain Betty. Wall Street Bets is here. Derek Doyle is here. Good to see. And we got Ansar Hamid. Good to see. And Stealth Dan07. Thank you so much, friend. Thank you. Murky Magdala, how are you doing? You know, I was thinking today that it is important that we, you know, since I cannot always do the streams, and let me just see, am I okay? Just 1 second. Yeah, I hope I'm okay here. I hope there are no problems, in case there are any problems, because I can see that I'm a little bit delayed, but let's hope that that is not going to have any impact. Eminem. No, what I wanted to do today was I wanted to share some YouTube channels that I actually listen to and that I think are very, very good. You know, especially if I'm not gonna, you know, have time to stream all the time, because, you know, I am going away from Ukraine, no electricity here. So I wanted to give you a few channels that I use in order to generate, let's say, my knowledge on that also impact my decisions on, you know, how I invest. So there are a few crypto channels. There are also a few news channels. And I think that one of the hardest things that we are facing in today's world is, in reality, to get the truth, right? I mean, propaganda everywhere you look, right? Censorship everywhere we look. So it's very difficult to get some real news. Before we so there's going to be like 5 or 6 channels. Then of course there's one Joker channel. I think if you follow this channel, you know what that is. And before we go into the YouTube channels, I do want to share with you how I average in to the top quality coins, because, you know, on many occasions I always say, yeah, well, you know, I like Aave, I like, you know, a lot of top DeFi coins, right? Curve and Compound and Ethereum, you know, some of the big ones. And but you maybe don't always hear that I'm saying, hey, at this price. So I'll show you today why I'm not really doing that, because I am actually almost, not daily, but as the price is going down, I am automatic averaging in. Not me. Remember, I do all this for Kitty or Betty, right? Their portfolio. I own nothing. I'm pretty happy. So let's get started. I'm happy you're here. And I think it goes a little something like this. I want to welcome you to Crypto Never Sleeps Sunday Night Live. In case you're new to this channel, you want to stay on top of the crypto world, well then do me a favor, hit like, smash, subscribe, so that you can be notified every time we upload new videos, so that you can, and this is really important to me, protect your wealth, preserve your wealth, and ultimately increase your wealth. My name is Nico Arachi, and I run the littlest crypto channel on the interweb. I love it, right? The smallest. See you. So here we are. First things first, right? We like to look at the level of market manipulation, and it is Sunday, right? So another week has left us. Here, what are we seeing here? We're seeing Bitcoin up 0.5%. We're seeing Ethereum up 0.7%, 1.3% to DOT, and 1.5% to Cardano. But yeah, you know, more or less it looks the same. This is, however, the 15-minute. I always like at the end of the week to I like to look at Bitcoin. I think yeah, not so we closed another week, and what are we seeing here? Well, you know, basically we're looking at the weekly with the 7-day moving average. We're still below, still trading below the 7-day moving average. Volume has, you know, slowed down. We can see here, but I'm not completely sure what's going to happen. But I think as long as we are trading below, I think it might. I think, you know, the 12,000 is still on. Yeah, could still be hitting that. And for Ethereum, it's the same, right? There's not so much new. It's almost boring to look at these charts, right? I mean, I can imagine a lot of you, especially if you bought high, don't sell low, right? keep it, because I do think that things will pick up. But yeah, it's been boring. But anyway, let's move on to what we need to talk about. And you know what I need, a Bahama Mama, before we go in and see who is here. All 20 of you. Bahama Mama. So here we go. Who is here? Crypto Granny, hope you're out of the war zone. Not yet. Actually, tomorrow morning, I decided to stay another day because we got electricity. I needed to pack, and yeah, so packing has been the main objective. You know, I need to pack a lot of things. So tomorrow morning, out of here. That's why we are making this live stream, to share some of these crypto channels that I believe that can give you some valuable information. IDRs 1S are here. And I soon start with the cookies. Crypto Granny always brings some cookies here. We got Jose, Marcus, how are you doing? We got Steve Big, me, Mai, Umar Hamid, it's good to see you. We got Phobos here, BTC going to 10K. Well, yeah, I mean, we will look at it, right? And I think we have predicted where Bitcoin, where I think it will go. We did that in January. When I say we, I mean you and I. We did that in January. But it's more important, and that's what I wanted to share today, how I average in case you have questions about that. Crypto Devil, how are you doing? Good to see you. Lee, our senior ambassador, is here too. How are you doing? Good. Thank you for passing by. Okay, so first things first. And Johnny Midas, the golden touch. Okay, first things first. And of course, Shahida, meet my soul brother. Okay, so the first thing I want to point out is, how do I average in? And it is actually really, really simple. I do that by providing liquidity, right? You know, some they call it farming, some they call it staking. Staking is usually when you only provide one currency or one coin. When you provide liquidity, I think we're going away from the terminology of farming. I think it's more being used as providing liquidity. And what you do is, when you provide liquidity, it's usually, you start off, I will go to the calculator just in a second. You provide two different cryptocurrencies, and it can be two altcoins, it can be two stable coins, it can also be an altcoin and a stable coin. Of course, there's risk involved, but there's also reward. So I just wanted, yeah. So that's how I have been doing it, and we will go. You can see here, I like to go to what is called whiteboard crypto. I'm gonna actually think I should take myself, or at least make myself a little bit smaller, right? A little bit smaller, and put me maybe in the other corner. Let's see here. So you can go to whiteboard crypto, and they have this impermanent loss calculator. Now, I have showed it before, but you know, probably a while back. We go to the advanced, and here you can actually calculate. Here I can really demonstrate how I average in while going down. So remember, you provide two different cryptocurrencies, right? So it doesn't really matter, you know, the name of them, but the first we provide 50, right? And let's say it, I mean, it really doesn't matter. Let's say it's an altcoin. Let's just say it's, you know, Aave, Curve, Ethereum, Bitcoin, Chili's. it really doesn't matter which one, but it's an altcoin, right? So we have an altcoin, we have 50 of them, and at a price, let's say when we started back in January, they were trading at $1, right? So we got 50 altcoins at $1. Now on the right, we have the stable coins. Remember, stable coins is usually, unless it's Terra, it's, you know, one coin to one, peg to $1. So here we also have 50, and they're also priced at $1. I'm really trying to make this simple, and let me know if there's any questions. So this means that, let's say in the start of this year, when we predicted that Bitcoin would hit 12,000, I have always provided liquidity, right? And I also point that out in cryptocurrency portfolio update. So here we can see we are total invested is 100, right? To make it very simple. Now, let's say 11 months later, we have seen, I mean, great coins go down. Let's just take one, 70%, right? 70%. It went down. In order to take down, you just need to put a minus and it will calculate. So this is the altcoin, right? Where we have 50 at $1. That price has gone down 70% from its high in the start of the year. Now on the right where we have the stable coin, remember stable is stable, right? So that has not changed at all. We put in a 0. We still invested in the beginning of the year 100. So what we did is we provided 50 USD in stable coins and 50 USD in altcoins, right? That's how we get to the total of 100. Now the altcoin went down 70%. That's basically like the overall market. The stable coin held its value. So 11 months later, I mean, whatever time, right? I mean, this is just a calculator. But let's, I think it's, if we relate to today's value of the overall market, 70% is pretty good. So 11 months later, you would see that you now hold 91 tokens, 91 altcoin tokens. But they are now currently trading at 30 cents on the dollar. Not $1, right? Because they lost 70%. Now, the number of stable coins that you have is only 27. But they're still priced at 1, right? So what you basically see here is that in this whole period where the market was going down, we increased our altcoins from 50 to 91. That's almost double. And we, however, from our stable coins, we went from 50 to 27. So this means as the price is going down, we are increasing our amounts of altcoins and decreasing the number of stable coins. So it is like averaging in. Now, so here you can also, with this calculator, you can scroll down, you can see, so total now we're only holding 54, right? So $54, because we lost a lot, right? I mean, the altcoin went down 70%. And then here you can also compare to the HODL value. Now, this is not relevant for us today about the HODL value. What is important for me is to see that, you see, that's why you can do so many things with providing liquidity. However, of course, now should the price of the altcoin go back, increased 70%, I mean, that would be more, but go back to the original price in the beginning when you invested, well, then again, you're going to hold 50 coins of each at a price at 1. So what you want to do, and this is what I usually do, is that I then liquidate this liquidity portion. I go out, right? I sell it. I liquidate it. And for example, now is a good time. I mean, it can be that we will go lower, right? But now I have averaged in, I got more altcoins because I believe ultimately it will go up. Now, on top of that, you can, of course, always earn great returns, right? And by providing liquidity, you earn different returns. And that is, there are various, I think that DeFi platforms where you can do that. You can do that also by Uniswap. What is it, version 3? But of course, you can do that on Curve. You can do that on Aave. You can do that on Compound, right? So even if it would go down here, by providing liquidity, you earn anywhere between 5 to whatever, sometimes 50% APR or APY. So I hope it makes sense. And for me, this is a fantastic way of averaging in. The only thing is, at some point, of course, you gotta liquidate it, and this is what we are slowly doing now. Let me know if there are any questions, and then let's move on to the YouTube channels. But first, we do need Bahama Mama, and as always, Sunday Bahama Mama. Bahama Mama. Oh yeah, is the audio and video out of sync? Yeah, I think I can see that, that's a good question. I can also see myself too late, but that would mean that I would have to kind of restart it. Is it out of sync for me? Okay, that then yeah, then you just have to wait, guys, and I'll be right. Let me know when you can see me. That would be important. I think it's better now. I think it's better now. I'm sorry for all this, right? This is some real shit here. Then you're perfect. Arweave is nearing my buying zone. What is your buying zone? Boo-hoo. Thank you so much. Oh, that's good that you waited. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. Okay, guys, so let's move on to the YouTube channels that I really value and treasure, and they are in no particularly order, except the clown, the joker channel of them all that you should never use or invest in, but only watch to laugh a little. That will be in the end when we know that that we have reached the end of these channels. The first one that I wanna let's first use crypto channels. I think that and I used to make like a top 5, and they have changed. I used to be a huge fan of Chico Crypto. I still love Chico. I just think that from my point of view, I felt that like 1 or 2 years ago that he was more on top of really digging out some good coins and journalistic approach. I still think Chico Crypto is fantastic, but it is maybe not my number 1 go-to crypto channel. In fact, there is not any. I do think that when it comes to in-depth research and analysis, there's really only one top channel, and it's not Big Boy with his big pants. He actually sucks. So in terms of information, it is, of course, none other than, I think you know already, right? Coin Bureau. I love him. I think he's a good guy. Well, I'm sorry if we're having some technical issues, you know. But anyway, so I think Guy from Coin Bureau, he really delivers top quality information when it comes to different protocols and projects, and also when it comes to the overall economy. However, the only thing that I can say against Guy is that he has been investing in coins that he was invested into Terra. I would have never been there. They were also using FTX. I would not have done that. So he's not always really, let's say, the most best in portfolio manager or investment advisor, but when it comes to research, I think he is great. Paul Barron, he's not on my top list, but he does a good job. Yeah. So I want to introduce, and then when it comes. This is actually also when it comes to entertaining, my favorite channel where I learn a lot every time I listen. And this is technical analysis. I don't even know. It's technical analysis with the let's say with the in depth, or with the research and experience of Tino, you know who I'm talking about, where he's really showing, sharing, educating how it is the hardest, easiest way to make money. And that is day trading. Now, I'm not at all a fan of day trading, but what I do like about Traders Reality is that he's giving you an insight of how the markets are being made. Who is providing liquidity, right? And it is the market makers. Now, even though from every video that you will watch from Tino, it can go up, it can go down, right? But in a more sophisticated manner. However, He does exactly teach you, show you how everything that matters when it comes to market makers and making the markets is liquidity. My hats off to Tino and Traders Reality. However, he is still not the #1 technical channel when it comes to analyzing cryptocurrencies. Anyway, give it up for Traders Reality, Tino.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's have a conversation. Mad love and respect to every single one of you beautiful people.
Thank you for passing by. I want to jump right into actually the #1 channel that really deserves, the #1 rating when it comes to technical analysis and been able to actually predict the market. I would say just as good. I mean, I think I've done a good job until now, but he has done it actually just as good, or I mean, maybe even better. Because he, I will come in the beginning of the year and say, okay, I predict 12,000, but I'm not giving you a daily update why I think that. I'm sharing, a lot of, let's say, macro events or political or, some other reasoning. But what Crypto Savvy does is that he will daily show you why he believes, based on the charts, where the trend and where the price is going. Now, he loves to compare crypto to Amazon, and it is so simplistic. But on the other hand, he's been dead right. And that's why I really have to say, my hat's off to Crypto Savvy. He is the ultimate #1 channel when it comes to analyzing crypto.
Check out my wife's webpage.
Yeah, I do think it's funny. Crypto Savvy Craigie always says, you go and look at his wife. He's a big believer in his wife's webpage. Now, this laughing in the end, that's something that we took from his channel. I will not dare to make fun of Crypto Savvy and his wife and his webpage. Anyway, so before we move on to the news channels, and also when it comes to geopolitics, because I think that's a very vital, important part, I'm actually, just because it always makes me laugh, who is the biggest joker of them all? Mirror, mirror on the wall, who is the biggest joker of them all? And let me put it like this. There's no joker like the moon.
It takes 20 seconds and then you can start trading on Bybit. Some people call me a genius, but the only way to really win big is if you really bet big, right? You have to bet and invest a lot to be able to earn a lot. And I would only recommend this if you are actually very passionate and absolutely incredible. Even more incredible is that all of us are right now in a massive long position over on Bybit, Phoenix, and Prime Expertise. So Bybit, Phoenix, and Prime Expertise. Bybit, Phoenix, and Prime Expertise. Absolutely incredible. But the only way to really win big is if you really bet big, right? Bybit, Phoenix, and Prime Expertise. Absolutely incredible. The only really part of this that is not crypto is like a couple of cars, a couple of watches, and like, Bybit, Phoenix, and Prime Expertise. And all of my leveraged long positions are right now, once again, exploding into profits. Let me show you my long positions open right now.
Yeah, there we go. This is a channel that I've also followed, but he seems to be making more money on promoting leverage trading, which you know that I'm a big. I really don't believe in that. Now, I do not have an intro, but there's another channel that I really appreciate, and that is that's Nick from Fuck, now I forgot it. Oh, I will get back to that. He's really, really. Shame on me. I will get back to that. So now that we've spoken about a few crypto channels, there's still, of course, I mean, whenever he's on, he's a legend. He's the one who inspired me to even stream. The reason why I streamed was because he was going to stop, right? He said he's going to stop. Who is this? He is still the best. And whenever he streams, it's still, I mean, the entertainment value, but not only the entertainment, also the info that he provides is unbeatable. And especially when we have bear markets like we do right now, there is no one that's better than Ivan on tech.
Let's go, guys. Welcome to another episode of Good Morning Crypto. Only here on Ivan on Tech. We are, of course, broadcasting live straight out of Stockholm, Sweden. And we do the show each and every day at 8 a.m. Central European time. But on weekends, it's 11. And today, as you know, is a Saturday. And we are live streaming at 11. Guys, look at this Bitcoin price. Right now is still in now. And we're live, guys.
Anyway, it's a shame that Ivan, he's not doing his morning shows. But when he is on, it's worth watching. Okay, not going to Permabull George from Crypto Ross. I'm sorry, I just have to well, Crypto Ross, Crypto Roos, I like him. I mean, one thing we gotta give him and BitBoy is that they got a lot of consistency. They're always on, and if there's absolutely, if I still have time at the end of the day, I will listen to them. I mean, they do provide you information, but as you're saying, they are always very bullish. And I love BitBoy. If there's one thing, he's always wrong. I mean, BitBoy is always wrong, but at least one thing we have to give him and cryptos, they're always bullish, optimistic. Anyway, so I want to go into some news because I believe that especially geopolitical events and news are important, and they have an impact on the economy. And as we are seeing, crypto is really, is correlating to the traditional markets. I'm not sure it will keep doing that, but nevertheless, it is the future of finance, and therefore, political and global geopolitical events, they really, they play a part, and they have a great impact. It is very difficult to find. Even finding channels, when we talk about mainstream media, I mean, sorry to say it, fuck mainstream media, right? I mean, all it is lies, propaganda, and it's so hard. Even, 10 years ago, you could go in and you could still find, at least on Google, you could find, let's say, 2 different sides of the same story. That is impossible today. So, I like, and this is the first channel, and there's no intro here, and maybe that's a good thing, is called Redacted. Redacted. And very good. Always. A little, let's say here. 1 second. Here we go. Here we go. Now it's working. So Redacted is actually, it's a couple. They're married. That doesn't make it particularly funny, but sometimes they argue a little. You can feel it in the air. However, Natalie and Clayton Morris, I really have to say, they make a huge effort in trying to save or present the truth, preserve information, and, as they really do, fight propaganda. And they're both sexy looking. And Clayton Morris, he's a former Fox News anchor, and they're trying to set the record straight and bring the facts and the full picture. So what I really like about it is they really touch on subjects or topics and bring them from and bring a complete different view, or let's say this, different point of view than what we hear on mainstream media in Europe, let's say from the European Union and, the United States and Canada and all of them. And what I really like is that Clayton, he has, obviously he's been in media, he's been a journalist, I guess, for his entire life. So he has, the only thing that I could say that where I think sometimes they are not really spot on is maybe they. Well, anyway, they try. I think sometimes the world is more sinister, and I think what is really, I mean, I think that the game of geopolitics is even more dark than it is sometimes being presented. But they give you another point of view. I really think they're great. So if you have time, watch them. They make a stream 4 times a week. It's a little long. And if you think my intro is long with 5 minutes, there you got to sit and wait 40 minutes. But you get good news. And I know that they're doing a really good job. The next one, that's one of my favorites. And it's one of my favorites. And yeah, well, you know what I'm saying. He really also brings the truth, but with a slight twist of fun. There's nobody, more, let's say, spot on, and I share his passion or discomfort when it comes to the Ukrainian president.
So there you go. There's your piece of shit Ukrainian president who everybody still thinks is a hero because they watch the news and think it's real. Congratulations, you dumb.
I love Jimmy Dore. I really do. He also brings news from a different angle. And, the way that he likes to describe himself is a passionate voice for progressive and free thinkers in the 21st century America. And I think it was Sandra who actually shared the Jimmy Dore Show channel with me. And I like his point of view. It's, he tries to, also sometimes, I mean, it's every day and it's almost like 2 hours or something. It's sometimes too long, but they chop up the videos, the segments, the topics, and you can go in and look at what you think is important. I'm actually quite surprised that these channels, both Redacted and the Jimmy Dore Show, that they're still on YouTube and they're not being, shadow banned or taken off or whatever. They're still there, so I like that. The last channel that I think is also good is called the Atlantis Report. And I don't know if you know it, but the Atlantis Report, they provide, they basically provide you with news or information about economy, politics, and the markets. However, and they also provide a geopolitical analysis and real-time feedback on the state of the economy. I have followed the Atlantis Report. Sometimes it's very, pessimistic, but the economy is really not in a good shape. So there's a lot of information that we don't get from mainstream media. And the Atlantis Report and the Epic Economist, they really bring you the dark facts of where we are in the economy. And I have many times checked if what they're saying is really the truth. And it is. So yeah, give it up. Atlantis Report.
Welcome back to the Atlantis Report. You are here for your daily dose of the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Welcome back to the Atlantis Report. You are here for your daily dose of the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
So that's it. The Atlantis Report. That's basically. There's one more channel that I think is great also. If you wanna get into certain topics and you wanna get in and get, you're okay to listen 15, sometimes to an hour. When it really comes to the economy imploding, but when it also comes to the CBDC and it comes to the Federal Reserve and their master plan, their the dark, evil future plans, I think that Mark Moss, he is doing a great job. I really used to listen to all his videos. It's kind of sometimes it's difficult to keep coming up with a new topic, so it's sometimes a little bit the same. But what I really like about Mark Moss is he also unveils the truth, and he also gives very good insight in alternative investment opportunities. So if you have time, and if you don't know Mark Moss, have a look at him. He's good. Just see and that would be the last trailer, or let's say promotion for a channel, and none of them are paying. Guys, that's it for me today. I hope that today's stream gave you some kind of value. I did want to give you some information or something I think that is valuable that I use, especially if I'm not going to be able to stream for the next, I don't know, few days, week. Let's see. I will be back. I love you so much, all of you. I really do. And yeah, thank you for being here. And love your intros. The moon is a joke. Yeah, that's true. That's true. So, understand it. There we go. Boris, you already said that. Yeah, Mark Moss, a good choice. Yeah. I don't know Max Mayher. I will look at that. But Mark Moss, yeah, I think Mark Moss is great. Is great. Okay, guys, thank you. And what do you say, Vex? I've been catching Redacted on TikTok. Wow, okay, I didn't know that they're there. And Ron, he's saying, yeah, Redacted. So that's great. If anything, please join our Telegram group. I love it. The fact that it's a community where we share good things, and that's also where I found some of these channels. So please join us there. And if you haven't so far, please give the channel a like and subscribe and all them goodies. And that's it. That's it. And let us know if you have other good, true channels that we can look at. That would really be fantastic. So stay strong and stay good, and I will see you as soon as we can. Don't forget, you are a lion.
Courage, strength, leadership, bravery. Sheep follow the leader. They follow the herd. They don't know where they are going. Many times they are led to the slaughterhouse, but they keep following. They don't lead. They don't use their mind. A lion leads. It's about having the courage to stand and fight for your life, having the strength to go bravely in your own direction, even if others walk away. You tread your own path. Only you know what's best for you. Only you know what path to take. Only you know your courage, your strength, your heart. Everyone has the heart of the lion inside of them. Let it out. Let it scream out of you. Like the lion, unleash the beast in you.
Attitude is what you think, what you do, and what you feel about yourself. Attitude is everything in life. Guess why? Whether you rise or fall, everything is based upon the attitude that you showed up at that moment. Your attitude determines your altitude. Listening carefully. I've been through tough times. I've experienced it, and I want you to know that it wasn't my money that brought me this far. It was my attitude towards life. It was my attitude to keep going when the going gets tough. That is the lion attitude I'm talking about. The question is, what is your attitude towards life? What do you think of yourself as I'm talking to you now? Do you think of yourself as how God thinks of you? Or you think of yourself as how friends and family members think of you? You need the lion attitude. The attitude to take charge of your destiny. You need the lion attitude that says, I can. You need the lion attitude. The attitude that says, I will, because I'm bold enough to fight. You need the lion attitude if you are standing in for greatness. Real lions, they are hungry when the time comes for their mission. Lions are not followers. They are leaders who lead the rest of the animals. Become a lion. Be fearless. Don't talk. Walk the talk. Real lions, they demonstrate who they are. A lion does not seek respect. They command respect and authority because they know they should be respected. Be a lion. A sheep follows the leader. A lion leads. It's about having the courage to stand and fight for your life. Having the strength to go your own direction, even if no one believes in you. Follow your heart. Only you know what is best for you. Only you know the path to take. You have the heart of a lion inside you. Let it out. Don't fit in. Stand out and use your gift.
The lion is certain. There are no maybes with the lion. This is my decision and I will attack until the outcome is mine. No one will push me around. No one will tell me where to go or what to do. If I want something, I will go after it with everything I have inside me. The sheep is not certain. That is why the sheep follows the herd, not knowing where they are going, not caring, just drifting through life, being pulled and prodded, being sheared from head to toe until there is nothing left to give. And that is what I see in many of you. Life, the world, and society is shredding you of your very self. Head to toe, you lose your own unique footprint. You become what others want you to see, not what you want to be. Don't let anyone push you around. Be like a lion. Roar so loud with your own spirit that no one will doubt you ever again. No one will question your goals. No one will dare challenge you again, because you certainly will shine through like the lion.